Hello guys, my name's Kyle, and today I wanted to share with you a method of projection that no one seems to know about, or just no one's talking about it, because I haven't seen a single video on YouTube that mentions it, which I find a little weird because it worked literally the first night I tried it. Like, the same night I had 2 projections. And I just wanted to share it with you guys to hopefully help you get your first projection, or at least help you project more frequently. So I wanted to give a little bit of a backstory on myself before I get into this method. I've been successfully projecting for about 2 months now. I usually project like every other night, and actually half of them are unintended. I'd say about half. And by unintended, I mean I go to bed without the intention of wanting to project that night, but find myself waking up in sleep paralysis, and I figure, well, you know, I'm already halfway there, why not just pop out of body, and that's what I do. But usually to project, you have to work at getting in a state of sleep paralysis, which this method helps you do. The reason I think this method is so great is because you don't have to lay in bed for hours waiting for sleep paralysis to kick in, which is what a lot of people seem to think you have to do, which is actually what I did the first time I started trying to project, and it literally never worked. I usually just laid there forever and just either fell asleep or just got so tired of it because nothing happened and just didn't work. This method will only take about 15 minutes of your night. It's not bad at all. It's way better than just laying in your bed for like hours waiting for sleep paralysis. This method basically induces it like that. It's crazy. Alright, let's get into it. So the first thing you want to do is set an alarm for about 4 to 5 hours after you fall asleep. So I usually fall asleep at like 2 a.m., so I'm going to set mine for 6 a.m. So after you wake up from your alarm, what you want to do is get up out of bed, go do something for like 5 to 10 minutes. What I usually do is I go to the bathroom, I get a drink of water, and then I just go straight back to sleep. Now this next step is very important. After you go and do something for like 5 to 10 minutes or whatever, just go back to sleep and do not set an alarm. The reason you don't want to set an alarm the second time you go to sleep is because after you've woken yourself up the first time, after about 4 or 5 hours of sleep, your body will start naturally waking itself up about every hour or so, and then that's when you want to put these next steps I'm going to tell you into place. So you're going to wake up naturally multiple times, and when you do, try not to move too much. I mean, you can, just try not to. It's not going to totally ruin it if you move, but as soon as you wake up, you want to try to envision yourself doing these 4 things I'm about to tell you. So about 10 seconds after you wake up, you want to imagine yourself doing these 4 activities. These things are called secondary techniques because you use them to induce sleep paralysis, and then you move on to the primary techniques later to get out of body. When you imagine yourself doing these things, imagine exactly how they would feel as you're doing them. And it's very important that you don't actually move while imagining yourself doing this stuff. So as you're going through these 4 things and imagine yourself doing them, don't spend more than 5 seconds on each one. So if you're imagining yourself swimming, only spend about 5 seconds imagining yourself swimming. And if you don't feel anything in that time, then move on to the next one. The one I like to start with is the swimming one. It usually works like right away for me. I imagine myself on my back in some water and just swimming through it. I imagine the temperature of the water. I imagine the resistance of the water as like I'm moving my arms through it. And when it works, you'll just feel it click. So if you're cycling through these 4 things and you're not really feeling anything, after about 30 seconds of doing it, just stop. It's probably not going to work anymore, and at that point you just want to go back to sleep, and then your body will naturally wake itself up again, and then you can just try again. So you usually know that whatever you're imagining is working when you actually feel like you're doing it. Like you'll actually feel like you're swimming, or Another indication is your body will start to vibrate, which is usually what happens to me. Like, I'm imagining myself swimming, and then all of a sudden my body, like my whole body will start vibrating just like that. And then once that happens, just keep imagining yourself doing whatever activity you're thinking about doing. Once you're in sleep paralysis and your whole body is vibrating, that's when you want to move on to the primary techniques. You can imagine an invisible rope above your head that you can grab onto and just pull yourself out of your body. You can imagine yourself just rolling out of body. You can imagine yourself just sitting up, or you can imagine yourself in a different part of your room. That usually works for me, just imagining myself in a different part of my room. I'll usually just imagine myself in front of my bed, and then I'll open my eyes, and then I'll just be in front of my bed looking at myself sleeping. And that's it, you guys. That's the method I used at my first astral projection. Literally the first time I tried it. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave some comments. Let me know if it worked for you, or if you have any questions. I'll answer the questions. I'm going to be making a lot more of these astral projection videos, so if you like that, then subscribe. That's it. So, good luck. See you in the next video.